All right. So when you're in your car, you open your CAD terminal here. You've entered your code, signed in. Click go on duty or go off duty, depends on what you're doing. Alright. So first things first, you're at the main menu. Go to the settings. You can also access the settings via the...
Whoa.
Second. I gotta turn my radio off. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? You can change the display thing?
Yep. Yep. So save
Shit.
questions and stuff to the end, or if you can. All right.
Dark.
Yeah, but you can change the display, light or dark. Dark is the best for sure. All right, so above that, you see the call sign.
Yep.
Make sure your call sign is set to what yours. Number? Yeah, your badge number. So if you're trooper, what is like for Lakeside, we're Lima L dash 1 and then our number or whatever.
Okay, I'm L4.
Yeah. So when you sign in, every time you sign in, you have to set your badge number.
Okay, do I click set now?
Yep. So now you put L4. Or trooper, you would put
N-338.
Okay. There you go. Alright, now bottom left is the back. So we're gonna go back to the main menu. We're going to the CAD, so the dispatch client.
CAD, okay. Oh, what the
Alright.
fuck?
So here you can click directly on the calls if you're in the hub, main hub. Like you'll see, do you see the Rob Cop and the Shots North Bank?
Yep.
Alright, so if you click on those and you see the options underneath, you have attach, new call, detach, and route, on scene, clear. Alright, so obviously clear, if you hit that, don't hit that. But if you hit it, it's going to clear the call, it's going to remove it. If you hit on scene, so like I'm going to click the Rob Cop, I'm going to place myself. First you want to attach yourself. So you would attach, and then so like status, it's assigned. I'm going to show myself on scene. So now it's on scene. All right, now you can also, you can change it to en route.
Or detach.
Yep, you can also detach. So now, now you've seen it, and now I'm not on there. So if I showed up on scene or left, you can do that. So what we're planning on doing is having a dispatch. So when you guys radio in, this will all be taken care of. But for now, got to do it manually, unless there's a dispatch available.
I got you.
Alright, so we can do, now if you do a new call, so you're going to do the new call option. So say you hear 1013s, right? You hear them over at the Red Casino down there. You show up, or say a civilian passed by and they told you there's shooting down the street, whatever. So if you had the new call, you go in there, you have the location, you fill out the location, Palm Street, caller name is so and so that you found in the street, incident details, shots fired, attempted robbery, blah blah blah. see. Du- 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 du. All right. Now, if you go to if you look at the top right, you go to lookup. This will
Look
give
up,
you,
okay.
yep. This will give you
Whoa.
access to looking up, obviously, uh, civilians or specific vehicles, weapons, however, whatever you need to look up. It's all going to be in there, but you have to be very specific. So I'm going to look up. So I'm going to type in, like, say, Jake. Apparently there's a bunch of Jakes. So, like, even though my name starts with Chief, even though I only typed in Jake, it still comes up with all the stuff. So you got to make sure that you get that person's name, full, because otherwise it's going to throw in, I believe these are some fake names or something. Because there can't be this many Jakes. No way, right? Holy shit. No way, right? I mean, come on now. Tom. Let's see how many Toms there are. Oh, there's a lot of Toms. Yeah, there's a lot of Toms. There's no way there's that many Toms. Okay, you know what? How about Sam? Nobody goes by Sam around here. Yeah, okay. These are a bunch of fake names or something. So that's why you got to make sure that you get the full name. So you can type in the general name, be like, okay, he's Jake. We got this Jake Cat guy. He's got his date of birth. He's got a driver's license number. So that's most likely going to be the guy that you're looking for, right?
Yep.
So once you found your person, you got his information in there. So, like, I'm going to take, look at Jake Monroe. So if you click on the white box where it says none, you can change that. It'll change to armed and dangerous, violent, mental health, medical alert, gang. Right. So for Jake Monroe, I'm adding he's armed and dangerous, he's violent, and he's with a gang. So now, do you guys see that above Jake Monroe's name? It's got the colored tabs. So if you have information on a suspect that you have stopped, make sure that you note all that, because this will go a long way in helping to identify, who's who, exactly. You know what I mean? And like who's wanted for what, who's associated with who. On the right, it's also going to show you any citations, arrest reports, arrest history. You can write your arrest reports. You can write your citations from there. So if you click on the arrest reports, everything on here is pretty self-explanatory for the most part. But you guys have to get familiar with your charges. You got to get familiar. So like if you have any questions on what somebody should be charged with, you go down to the book of laws, right? Any questions on traffic, petty misdemeanor, misdemeanors, felonies, RICOs, court orders, additional fees that you might have wonders about. Everything's all down in the book of laws. If you have anything else, other questions like what do the signals or the codes mean, 10 codes, all that's down there in the Leo handbook.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you have any questions on any 10 codes, what's the 1144? You know what I mean? It all tells you it right there. What's a 10-8? What's 1027? I don't know. I never heard that one before, but what is that? Now you can look it up.
That's fucking cool. That sounds cool.
Same thing with the fines. You might have to do a little bit of fucking paperwork or some memorizing. Uh, Failure to maintain lanes costs $500. He also is driving without a license at 750. So you got to memorize those two fines. Go back to the dispatch client. Go to your arrest report or your right citation. Failure to maintain lanes. How much was that? That was what, 750 or $500?
There's a new call that just came in.
Yep. Once you write in all your fines and stuff, it'll automatically add it up. So I'm gonna put some samples on Mr. Monroe driving without a license. That was $750. So like you don't even have to do the math too much. You just gotta memorize. What fines, they had and what the amounts were. Eventually that might get changed. One big thing, if you're looking at when you're writing a citation. So are you guys looking at the right citation?
Yep.
In here, if you notice, it says pay within. You have 24. You have 24 hours, 3 days, or 7 days, 14 days. Okay, you don't want to change it, right? You can get 24 hours to 3 days. It all depends on what the charges are. So, say this guy failure to maintain lanes, driving without a license. I'm going to give him 3 days to pay his fines. If he doesn't, an automatic warrant will go out for his arrest. It'll be posted. Right?
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't have to go back and request nothing. A warrant's going to automatically be issued. So now, if you click on citations, if you're still looking at Jake Monroe, you look at this, click on the citations, you'll see his offenses: failure to maintain lanes, +1. Okay, so if you hit the magnifying glass or the search thing on the far right next to the unpaid status, it'll give you a more it'll give you more description on what the other offenses were. And it gives you this cool ticket.
Oh.
Notice of violation, citation number 3. All right. So that's how that works. So arrest reports are going to be the same thing. It's going to be very same to how you use it in CAD, but now it's in game. Everything, all the details that you guys filled out, it's all in game right here. So like if you clicked on the arrest report and you're looking at that menu, you still have the option to check for whether force was used. You have the locations, incidents, again, all the charges, narrative, witnesses. Everything's the same as the CAD system, just now it's in game. So you guys should be able to understand all that as far as filling in the blanks. While you're looking at somebody, you can also put in descriptions of like what they wear. Usually, like white tank top, gray pants, and all these notes will save. You can under the notes, you can make a note that he gets really angry when you call him a cholo or something. I don't, you know what I mean. Put in whatever details you think are important. Vehicle. If you click on vehicle next to name, you should be able to do the same stuff. If you type in, let's start, say, okay, maybe the vehicles. It's gonna take a little finagling. Let's see. I'm not getting any names, which is weird. Yeah, I'm not getting any names. All right, that's weird. Anyways, next tab. We're gonna look at the units on the very top. Next to lookup, you got the units tab. All right. This is a list of all active units right now. It'll show you what, it's all color coded. Again, everything's pretty self-explanatory. Shows you what calls are on, who's available, who's not, which I gotta set myself to busy or out of service. That's a key thing too. Everybody's gotta remember is go back to the hub, go down to the bottom right. If you're sitting in the back of your police department, you're sitting AFK, whatever it is, make sure you mark down whether you're busy, you're out of service, whatever the fuck it is. So you guys, you two are technically out of service. So mark yourselves as that. So that way nobody's calling for you on the radio. They already know he's not around. Alright, so back to the top of the tabs. After units, you have warrants / bolos. Alright. Again, everything's really self-explanatory. Bottom right, you have create bolo. Fill in the name, what they're wanted for, description, vehicle description, last known location. Yeah. Super easy. Same thing with the warrants. Well, the warrants, now you're going to have to make sure you know what the difference between arrest, search, bench. You got to know why and what you're requesting. You got to do a little bit of research. If you don't know, do some Google before you fucking go requesting a warrant, so you're not wasting anybody's time or looking dumb. I'm not going to go into detail on difference on it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I couldn't go back and forth on what it is right now off the top of my head. But again, as far as the other details, pretty easy. I mean, an arrest warrant, search, bench. The only thing is the bench. You just got to make sure you know what you're doing with that one. The arrest and search warrant are pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. But if you're looking for that, who's active, that's where your list will be. Now, if you look at the map, it's going to be the last tab on the top. It's going to show you where all the active units are. Now, the map is not fully completed yet, so do not go 100% based off of what the map says as far as locations. Alright, so like right now it shows that a couple of the units are driving around in the dirt. but it'll give you a good general sense of where everything is for the most part. The map is going to change eventually. It will be updated. Right now, I think this is the old, just the base map. It hasn't been changed yet or something. That's weird. But you can use, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you can use your scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Top right, got your in and out. If you're on controller, it's going to be your left and right triggers to zoom in and out. It's kind of funky, but
yeah, I noticed the map isn't fully completed.
no. And I think that's about it. So with what's going to happen is that cadets are going to end up being put on dispatch duty. So, or just anybody that's sitting around, if you feel like doing it. Believe what you can do, right? So like this active call. If you go to the hub, dispatch hub, we're looking at the active calls right now. Blue C, Morningstar, Blue SS, tried robbing us at Black Line, full autos fired times. So, shit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna create a new call. Test call. Don't touch.
Chief, this new update's kick ass.
Alright. Okay. So, look at this new call. Alright, so I'm gonna take you, Ryan. You're out of service, but I'm gonna attach you. No, I can't attach. Thought that's the way he was doing it. Ryan, attach. Signed. And route. Call 17, sent, and route. Hold on. Interesting. Well, it's not working the way I thought it would. Alright, well, disregard that. I'll figure that out later. But for the most part, that's gonna be the gist. Pretty much the gist of how to use the new CAD. Any questions before we move on to the DMV side?
Nope.
State, still there with us? Hey, DC? Fall asleep? Oh, yeah, DC. He's back. Alright. Well, yeah, you think you're good to go. You're good to exit out the terminal. We're gonna look at the inside of the car now.
Do I just click sign out, or do I
No,
click X?
just press circle. Should back you out of it.
Circle.
Or whatever you use, man. B, escape. I don't. Just get it out of your. Get off the screen. You know what I mean?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, escape.
Yeah. All right. So you have your plate readers. The plate readers reach excessively far right now, just so you know.
Turn it on.
Now, if you look in first person, your radar works on your dash, so you're able to. That's what turning it on and off does. Turns radar on
Oh,
or
yeah,
off on
it
the
does
dash.
work. It's on my top
Yeah,
left too.
you can also have that on as well. You can also
Cool.
go back and read and look at the place that you previously looked at.
That was a headache. That was a big fucking headache.
Oh yeah.
You back with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I have to go back to the station and get me geared again.
Yeah. How much? So what'd you miss? Do you need? Do you have any questions?
Basically, where you were trying, I think you were assigning someone to a call. Is where I lost connection.
Yeah. So that one, just disregard that part. I didn't. I haven't fully figured that one out.
Okay.
But we're gonna. Everything else, though, you got the gist of as far as the CAD goes. It's pretty self-explanatory. Other things go over was the inside of the cars, plate readers, turn those on and off. Those pop up if you're in third person. They'll pop up on your top left of your screen.
GD038.
They also have the GPS. Again, the GPS isn't accurate. I haven't drove around with it actually. Okay, look at that.
It's somewhat accurate.
It's not 100% accurate with the roads because they're still gotta draw them up, but for the most part they're good. DMV. Let's go over the DMV in the back. So if you exit your vehicles, you walk to your driver's side back door, you're gonna look at the middle. There should be an open
terminal?
DMV terminal. Yep.
Click
so, yep. Open the DMV terminal. All right. Now you're gonna have these 6 options. Apply driver's license. You're gonna do that first. That's gonna give you a driver's license. Apply concealed carry. It's gonna give you a concealed carry license. Now these things expire 7 days from issue. So what's going to happen is the civilians every 7 days after their issue date is going to have to come back here, come back to whatever. They're going to have to go back to a CAD point or a DMV terminal, sorry, and reinstate their licenses. So now more than ever, you're going to be able to stop people for driving with expired licenses. Same thing with the vehicles. Every vehicle that you have bought. So now we're gonna click on the My Vehicles. Gonna go to Register a Vehicle, and every vehicle that you own is gonna be shown there. So like right now, the top one's gonna be the one that's in the world. At least that's the way it is for me. It says Charger Undercover in the world. You choose your color on the top bar. So for mine, I chose black. I go to the right, I hit register. It's going to give you a plate number. So now when people hit you with that plate reader, it's going to show up that plate number. Civilians.
I can't register the Charger. It just skips past it.
Did you select the color?
Yep.
And you went to registered?
Do it again. Yeah, I can't register the Charger.
You should be able to. I registered mine.
Let me use my mouse. Let me see if that works.
right now I can't register any of mine because of the fucking this one. So like, I think I have too many registered right now. To that on my that one sign that I have these store. It's glitched. So yeah, that's how you register your vehicles. Pretty simple. Same thing with the firearms. If you guys go back to the thing, go to my firearms.
Register the firearm I'm holding.
Yep. Register the firearm I'm holding. It should say, you know, give you the thing, serial number, all that. After you registered it.
Oh, there it is.
Chief, where's my food?
What?
Heroes.
Yes, sir.
And then if you have any citations, if the civilians have any citations, they'll come here. That's pay citations, yada yada. So now, like, just curious, we're gonna do a quick test run. If everybody gets back in their car, we're gonna look me up or look yourself up. How about that? Give yourself a look up and just check out what you have registered. You know what I mean? So go to the CAD. Make sure you're in the name. Make sure you're not in vehicle, address, or weapon. Make sure you're in name. Actually, I'm wondering something here.
It says no vehicles on fired or on file, but it says I got my M17.
Did you register your vehicle? Oh, that's right. You said it wouldn't let you.
Yeah, it would let me. It gave me a plate number, but that's about it.
Alright. Driver's license found. Carried valid. Firearms. So.
God damn, there's so many Ryans.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I'm the only one that actually knew with my last name on there. So it makes it easier.
So nothing's coming up as far as like when you search under the weapons. I can't get like a you know, if I'm looking up just like handgun or M17 or anything like that, I don't get like a list or a vehicle even.
I knew that wasn't gonna work.
Well, it should. It did.
It worked for the vehicles. It worked for shit like that, the plate numbers and stuff. But the weapons, it don't work for the weapons like that.
All right, but yeah, I think that concludes. Before I get off too sidetracked, yeah, I think that concludes everything. For the most part, everything's self-explanatory. Any other questions? Feel free to ask. I'm gonna end the broadcast now.